Hey guys, Scare9 here, and in this video, I want to take a couple of minutes to bring attention to a portion of the game that I feel like Bungie is currently underutilizing and neglecting. And that is going to be speedrunners, and this is speedrunning of different activities within Destiny. Destiny has a very alive endgame group of people that do all sorts of crazy challenges. The world's first race are like a worldwide spectacle at this point. You have low mans, you have people doing insane stuff. You have Trials of Osiris streamers and huge endgame PvP, top of the top PvP streamers. There have been a couple Gambit tournaments, I guess, but my point is that there are aspects of Destiny that Bungie really goes all out with to really pump out and advertise. And I personally feel like speedrunning is not quite being utilized by Bungie in this way. Speedrunning is an incredible, it fosters an incredible large community in a ton of different games, and I wanted to show a couple of examples here. So just to start off, you know, Destiny speedruns aren't unpopular. They're incredibly popular. Sweatsicle's done a couple of them. Silmar, their clan pretty much built on speedrunners. Everyone here, there's a ton of names that you guys are gonna know. Freaking Luminous here, because of their speedruns. And I personally feel like Bungie sometimes appears to be going out of their way to hinder speedrunners when in all actuality, what speedrunners do is give a lot of free promotion to your game and get people really hyped up about your game. You don't believe me? The perfect example, Mario 64. This game came out literally before I was born. All right, this game came out in 1996. It is still pulling absurd amounts of views. 500,000 views, 600,000 views, over 1 million views. Almost another 1 million views again. Like, this game is still incredibly popular for the most part because of the speed running circuit. It is a classic game, you know, it's a really fun game. The graphics didn't really hold up that well, but because you have all these fun little exploits and information bits that you can learn about the game to make you go faster to collect all the stars or do all the challenges or whatever you want to say, it is absolutely absurd how lively this community still is for a game that's nearly 25 years old. Minecraft is another example. This is kind of tilted at the moment because of this dream stuff going on with the guy who cheated doing his speedruns, or supposedly cheated, allegedly cheated, let's say that. But it still pulls insane amounts of views, nearly 1 million. The video I think he cheated in was nearly 17 million. God damn. These things pull absurd amounts of views here. It's absolutely insane how much people like speedruns. And so when you have a game as big as Destiny, this is something that I feel like Bungie could be utilizing and pumping up a little bit more. You know, I'm not asking for leaderboards in game, which we don't really have leaderboards, but there are emblems that track your fastest times and things like raids and that sort of thing. So Bungie has already acknowledged speedrunning in game, but I feel like this should be something that maybe they focus on a little bit more, and if nothing else, refuse to hinder their progress. And so, of course, what I'm talking about is the World Line Zero. This was patched about a year ago, I think, maybe a little bit over a year ago, maybe 2. It was patched a while ago, and there used to be an interaction. I want to give a shout out to Clawtivity for letting me use his footage. If you want to support the 2 speedrunners in this video that helped give me this footage, Clawtivity and Roen, I'll have their links down in the description. Go support some speedrunners because they're not getting the love I think they deserve from Bungie. And so maybe we can show them some love. But so Clawtivity here this is a clip from a while ago where he shows this unique interaction with World Line Zero, where if you were on a Warlock, if you were falling off of an edge or right before you fell off an edge, you could do your blink dash, jump, and heavy attack all at the same. I guess the blink dash is the heavy attack, but if you like fall, blink dash, and jump at the same time, it would launch you across insane distances. This isn't really something that affected the game negatively in any way, in my opinion. This was mainly used in PvE. I have never seen anyone do this in Gambit. but even if they do, you're wasting your heavy on Worldline 0, so who cares? And I've never seen anyone do this in Crucible, but even if they do, you're wasting your heavy on Worldline 0, so who cares, right? So this interaction was, unfortunately, it was used to get all sorts of insane world records for pretty much everything up to Garden. I think most Garden world records were set with this as well. But Bungie decided to nerf it. And so that interaction is no longer in the game. And so very commonly, like when you see speedruns now, it'll say like post Worldline nerf or something to that effect. Because most of these world records can no longer be beat because Bungie pulled this functionality out of the game. Now, another one that was just discovered was the Titan, which I couldn't get any really good footage of this, but the Titan had this functionality where if you were on the Stasis subclass, you could also launch yourself using the melee. This was nerfed with the kind of Trials bug where you are invincible or invisible. That was nerfed and taken out of the game. So you can no longer skate, but as my friend Roen here shows, there is now new functionality in Beyond Light where, for whatever reason, if you use your super right as you dash with Worldline 0, it will send you flying. And so you can use this with different classes. It actually seems to be even faster on Hunter, but you can use this to absolutely fly through different areas of the game. And once again, this doesn't really affect PvP because no one uses Worldline 0, and even if they did, like, what would this do? They're just flying at you. They can't shoot you when you're moving this fast. They're essentially throwing out their heavy. You get heavy maybe twice a game. So that doesn't really seem like that big of a deal to me there. And then in Gambit, who the hell cares? It's Gambit, right? Like, who cares? So there's this unique functionality, and that is currently in the game. And so my point of this video is I really want to reach out to Bungie and say, please do not patch this. Or, even better yet, start to add more of these things in the game in a more legit way. DMG once acknowledged players. He was like, when they fixed Worldline 0, he was like, yes, this will essentially fix Worldline 0. You guys will have to find new ways to break the sound barrier or whatever. My point is that players should not have to rely on exploits. Bungie should prop them up. And the perfect way to do this is with Worldline 0. This weapon gets like negative usage now. With Lament, Fallen Guillotine, the new Raid Sword, all of these things, the Bequest, I think it's called, no one's ever gonna use this thing. So what Bungie should do is replace the Tesseract perk just slightly. Well, use while sprinting with full energy to launch a heavy blink attack. And so just make that heavy blink attack the original skate, right? Like if they just made the original blink send you flying like this in a second here, people would actually use this sword. And I think that is a perfect compromise. That way, you are showing support to your speedrunners, you're propping them up, you're stopping the nerfing of these, you know, some exploits and things that they are using to set these world records. And you're doing it in a way that's maybe fairer to everyone because, you know, there's a very unique set of steps to launch yourself like that. You had to be very fast or set a good back row or something. So if you do it where it's actually part of the exotic swords perk, everyone can do it. Everyone's flying around like a mad lad, and you can thus harbor a good speedrunning community and promote your game even. So that is kind of where I wanted to bring the video. And, you know, and just in summary, speedrunning is incredibly good for a game's longevity. It helps bring popularity and views, and it's essentially like free marketing, right? And it gets your people who already play the game really riled up. It essentially does very similar things as a world's first race, right? And maybe not to the same degree, but it gets people hyped about the game, and that is a great way to keep people captivated in your game. So that's why I think, you know, they should either not nerf the new interactions or introduce a non-expletive version of it by just changing the Worldline 0's perk and making it so all characters can do it. So that's going to be my TED Talk for today. I hope you guys did find it entertaining, or you learned something new, or you agree or disagree or something. If you do agree or disagree, let me know why down in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation about this. very interested to see what people who aren't really part of the speedrun community think. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and share it with your friends. If you're interested in watching either of the 2 videos on screen, you can click their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to the giant version of my logo on screen to be subscribed for more awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll see you in my next video.